Welcome to How to Survive Under Stress. What can I do to live a stress free life? So, for that, first let us look at a stress. What is stress? When I used to conduct this module in a classroom setting, I used to do one exercise. So, I want you to imagine this exercise now. I'm going to relate to that. I'm going to describe and narrate that exercise to you. I wanted to see, and from this exercise, let us try to derive what is stress. So, when people come early morning and when we start, I used to ask them, how many of you are willing to take up a challenge? Now, I never used to tell, I don't tell them what the challenge is at that moment of time, but I used to ask them how many people are willing to they pick up a challenge. The moment I use the word challenge, there are the few hyper people who would say, okay, yes, I want to take up. So there are a few people who raise up their hands, and I pick up about 3 4 people, and I tell them that please come out, stand over here right in front of the classroom, and your challenge is to hold a jug full of water in your hands with your hands right above your head straight, and a person who holds the jug for the longest period of time is the winner. Are you ready? So how many people are willing to come? And then 3 people come up and they start the challenge. Now I tell them that you are going to continue doing the challenge. At the same time, you can participate. We are going to forward this conversation with the people sitting in the room. And as the audience, I used to tell them that your job is to motivate the guys who are taking up the challenge. So you can say, and even I used to say, great job, come on, let's go, do it, you can do it, don't let it go. So all this used to happen when the interaction, and I used to ask questions as what is stress, and the interaction is going on in the classroom. Slowly, stress starts building up in all the 3 4 people that they are standing, and one by one, they start giving up. First, one person gives up, then the second, and there is this one person who still holds on. His body is paining, his hand is paining, but he takes the motivation from people and he keeps on going. He goes for the challenge in spite of the fact that his hand is telling, his body is telling, let go, but he still goes on. Now, what are we getting by this exercise? What did you get about what is stress in this exercise? See, the moment I said them, when I asked them who's willing to take up a challenge today, I put them into a pressure situation. Pressure is external. And the people who picked up this challenge, the stress starts building up internal. So pressure is external, stress is internal. So in that case, what is stress? Let's look at what is called a stress curve. When we started, when I asked them who's willing to pick up a challenge today, each one of them, the performance was in the green zone of the stress curve. Inactive, probably a little laid back. The moment they hear the word challenge, they move slightly into the yellow zone. Friends, stress is required for our performance. Without stress, we cannot perform. Now, as I build up the whole thing by asking them to pick up the challenge and motivating them and all that things, when they start the challenge, they start moving up on the curve. The stress starts building up as time passes by, and there is a peak at which they cannot sustain further actually. So that's when and this peak, the peak point in the curve is different for different people. And that's why the first person who gives up earlier, because his peak point he has reached his peak point, so he gives up. But the person who keeps on holding the hand and the winner, he keeps on going because of a personality type which we'll talk a little bit later in the session. He wants to win at any cost. So in spite of his body being stressed, and after that tipping point that comes, the highest point in the curve, stress starts building up. There is a stress overload, which is the orange zone. The body starts trembling, the hand starts paining, but the ego doesn't allow. So he keeps on going, to the level that there are times when people might go into a breakdown and they suddenly collapse. Their hands suddenly collapse because they have created so much of stress in their body that it breaks down. And ultimately, if you still do not handle stress, it will extreme stress will cause what is called a burnout, right? So if we understand this stress, let's go into the three types of people. There are three different types of people, if I may call. First one, I call it the A type: aggressive, impatient, always in a hurry. They want to go and achieve a lot. They want to win at any cost. Their bodies are always tight, taut. They don't have any time. They're always in a hurry. They're always like that. They're you get these kind of people in life, right? Now guys, these guys are in super danger of heart attack, stroke, blood pressure. This is not a great attitude towards life. So there is a type A. The type B are much more centered, they're cool, they're composed, they are in control. Whereas there are some people who internalize their problems, which are the type C. Now these type C are also in danger. The danger is that they might go into the silent killers called depression and other mental health issues. So if you really look at the three people, the A type and the C type are actually triggered by external pressure. The person B is not triggered by external pressure, but A and C are triggered by external pressure. Mr. B is the one who knows how to handle this pressure. To what extent he can take it, to what extent he should take it, is what is very clear for Mr. B. And that's why Mr. A, he wins at any cost, but at what cost? C is dangerous because they are silent killers. They don't know, they don't understand when to give up. And that's why they go into the burnout phase. A and C and land up in a breakdown. Now you're getting the context of why that person actually won. He could have given up. He had the choice. He had the choice to listen to his body and give up when the stress was manageable. But his ego didn't allow. Mr. A's ego is very strong, and it can be easily, Mr. A and Mr. C can be manipulated because they get manipulated by the external factors. You're getting the sense of what stress is. So let us look at. So stress is self-created. What happens to us doesn't create stress, but the way we respond to it actually creates stress. Now there are fundamental ways of how human beings react to a pressure situation. Let's say if I go to the jungle and suddenly there is a tiger which comes up in front of me. Now I have three responses, inbuilt responses: flight, fight, or freeze. Flight means I will run away from the tiger. I'll take all my might and run away from that situation. That is one response. Fight is I will go and fight the tiger. And freeze is when I just freeze into no action. These are the basic responses for it. Okay. So we understood that stress is self-created. It is the way we respond, and can we control the way we respond is what we are going to look into. How can I live a stress-free life? You can live a stress-free life if you know what is your tipping point in the stress curve. If you know how to manage that tipping point, then you can live a stress-free life. When I say stress-free, it is manageable stress. So let us look at the stress and body connection. There are these people who get super excited by, say, bungee jumping, skydiving, or roller skater rides, and all those crazy rides which are there. Now what happens to these guys is that when they see these things, there is a pump, there is a push, there is an boost of adrenaline in their body, and that adrenaline says, come on, let's make it, and they are in that super excitement phase. But friends, there is a certain amount of adrenaline which the body can release. Once this adrenaline is released and consumed by the body, then what? And if I still keep putting myself in those pressure areas of life, the body then starts generating what is called cortisol. Cortisol is extremely dangerous. It actually deactivates or suppresses your immune system. So we can understand from this that stress is created at two levels, physical and emotional level. So I am going to show you, and our body has different ways of connecting and telling us that, boss, look at me, take care of me, I'm getting stressed. So I'm going to show you the where and how my body responds to stressful situations, and how emotions and body signals are connected. Then we'll do one entire exercise on that I'm going to ask you to do that exercise. Before that, let me show it to you. So the left side figure is the front side of the body, the right hand side figure is the back side of the body, correct? So how does my body react to anger? Let's say anger. I am angry. There are many places that my body expresses anger. If I am angry, I get a headache. If I don't speak up, then my throat starts paining. If I still don't speak up, I have acidity. I feel the burning inside my stomach. And finally, I still don't talk up, then my back starts paining, the lower back. This is how my body responds to anger when it is expressed, not expressed, when it is not expressed. Worry, my head becomes heavy, my shoulders, my neck, the neck portion becomes extremely heavy. It becomes unmanageable, sometimes pain and sometimes taut, tight. Fear is in the stomach. My knees become very weak. Jealousy is in the heart. My heart burns and stomach also becomes topsy-turvy. I don't like things what are happening. So this is how my body responds to the different emotions. I hope you're getting the connect between the body signals and the stress and the emotion. What I want you to do now, I want you to pause this video right now. Go have a piece of paper, draw the two sides, the front side and the back side. It does not have to be artistic, it just have to be a human kind of a figure where you can identify this is the front side, this is the back side. Have colored markers or pens or pencils, whatever you can grab, and come back and let's do the exercise. Once you're ready, then go to the further part of the video. Awesome. I think so you are now ready to go in for the exercise, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes for some time. Take a couple of deep breaths. Relax yourself, center yourself so that you go through this exercise brilliantly. I'm going to give you instructions. So take a couple of deep breaths and allow that relaxation to seep in from the top of your head till the tip of your toes. And when your body is relaxed, when you feel complete, open your eyes and follow my instructions. Are you ready? Great. Awesome. Now that you're centered, I want you to focus on your body. Where is it that you experience anger? Mark it on the front side and the back side. Wherever your body expresses anger, ask your body, look at the situations that you have been angry. How did your body react? Sometimes you'll notice that even before the anger has expressed, the body gives you that signals. Different places, different sizes, different colors. So whatever may be the size, depending on where you have stored that anger, whatever may be the color, it could be blood red, it could be bright red, it could be pink, it could be anything. You find out how your body responds and gives you signals when you are in the state of anger. Talk to your body, listen to your body. This exercise is going to be brilliant, and it is important for you to do this exercise because we are going to use this exercise later in the video. Awesome. Are you ready with, you've completed anger? Now look at what is it when you experience worry. Where is it in the body that you express your worry? Head, eyes, ears, back, neck. Where is it? Where is it on the front side? Is it on the front side? Is it on the back side? Hands, shoulders. Look at the size. Look at the color of worry. Once you've finished worry marking, look at jealousy. And we are jealous. So be honest with yourself. I'm not going to ask you to share this. It is not about showing it to others. But it is important for you to understand how does your body really responds to when you are going through these different emotions. How do you feel when you feel jealous? Look at whenever you felt jealous last time, and your body will tell you how does it respond to jealousy. Where is it? Like I get butterflies in my stomach. What is it that you get? Where is it that you experience jealousy? Awesome. Now that you completed anger, worry, jealousy, let's go into tension. The body becomes tight, head becomes heavy. That's how tension is expressed by our body. Which muscle of yours is tightened? Which nerve of yours is pulled? Look at, talk to your body, ask your body, where is it? How does it respond to tension? And there will be multiple areas in your body, front side, back side, where you will experience your tension, whether it is anger, whether it is worry, whether it's your jealousy, whatever you go through. Focus on that, be aware of it, and mark it on this piece of paper. Once you finish with tension, go and experience fear and see where your body responds. Front side, back side, stomach, knees are the typical places that we experience fear. Heart starts pounding. What is it that your body expresses? Where is it that you express through your body? What is the size of that? What is the size of the fear? What is the color? Could be black, blue, gray, anything. Look at irritation. Irritation is one step before anger. So how does irritation show up? Throat, itching, boils, anger, small boils, rashes. Are you getting a sense of how your body responds to the different emotions that you go through? Awesome. Take some more emotions like frustration, risk, and put yourself through this and try working out how does your body respond to it. Fantastic. Okay. We'll use this exercise and this paper later on in the session.